This piece was neither endorsed or supported by Tim Hortons. The existence of the Tim Hortons sun-dried tomato bagel now borders on myth. A once majestic entity of conglomerate culinary art has entered into obscurity. Here is our story. Tim Hortons has penetrated the hearts, hopes, and hockey games, claiming dominance of the Great White North. It has transformed a life convenience of coffee into a daily necessity for its patrons. It has woven itself into the very fabric of what it means to be Canadian. Slow your roll into the dark roast and roll up the rim to win. In the mid-2000s, they made a daring move to enter the market of gourmet bagels. Specialty bagels, they called them. Before I fell in love with gourmet food, I was always a whole wheat and honey man. It was dependable, subtle, and satisfied my hunger. I had grown tired of the same bagel, and I looked for a new adventure. I remember my first bite into a sun-dried tomato bagel toasted with butter. It asserted its Asiago, popped with tart tomato, and smoothly finished with a buttery pillow. It was a 5-minute pizza party in your mouth, topped with butter. A savory jazz solo of satisfaction melting in your mouth. It was $1 more, and I'd pay it gladly. I was in love. Throughout the years, I regularly visited this bagel and went through a period that I'm not proud of. I ate it daily. I would battle a casual relationship and an addiction in a way only a Tim Hortons lover would. Until an unsavory day in 2014 when I started noticing the disappearance in many locations. No sun-dried.
No sun-dried.
No sun-dried.
No sun-dried tomato bagel.
No sun-dried.
No sun-dried.
No more sun-dried tomato bagels. I was heartbroken.
You can try the garlic and cheese, bud,
they said, each time insulting my palate. Greatness is not so easily replaced. My Saturday mornings lay in despair until one curious day in London, Ontario. I was out on business, about to indulge in my morning dark roast when it caught my eye. Tucked just behind the bagel grate, it poked its delicious cheese and tomato top. I was bewildered. Was this another crushing blow of disappointment rearing its head? I ordered it and took a bite, and was instantly sent back to my former self. I was younger, happier, alive, and more beautiful. But why here? Why now? I called Tim Hortons and was told, well, sir, it's an optional bagel, and it would really depend on the demand. Is love optional? Is desire dependent on demand? After a national rollout, if it sells well, it immediately becomes mandatory. If not, it's deemed as optional. And if it's not selling at all, or deemed as a temporary promotion, it gets discontinued. It was the most delicious enigma of my Tim Hortons experience. So after you've given to virtually every charity that deserves it, and you spot a sun-dried tomato bagel, think of this story. Keep them alive. Keep them going. Look for companionship with their coffee, but be forewarned. Falling in love with their food items may come at a cost. Cherish every moment, carpe donut, because they may vanish the very next day. And as a Canadian and as a man waiting behind you in line, I say I'm sorry, because it's my given right as a Canadian.
Don't put me off so I can't help it.
If you enjoyed the video you just watched and want to see more fantastic food to be found in the city of Toronto, hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate you watching, and we look forward to giving you more great content. Until then, my name's Laird, and we'll see you next time.